What's going on, ladies and gents, and all the wrestling fans of the world? This is the best damn wrestling podcast, WrestleMania edition. It's so live. It's so live in here this weekend. Jacory's dog's going crazy over there. It's WrestleMania weekend, people. WrestleMania, probably the biggest WrestleMania since WrestleMania 17, by the way. But these
Ooh,
are your hosts, Keaton, Jacory, and Keaton. God damn it, and Sherrod. I'm so amped up I can't even get the goddamn formats right. What's going on, y'all?
I'm good. I got to hear my name twice.
Man,
Yo, yo, yo,
bro,
Excellent.
yo.
I'm just, I'm stoked. I've been looking forward to WrestleMania for like honestly since last year. So now we here. We literally 24 hours from it going down in here. Man, I'm serious. This is probably the biggest WrestleMania since 17 in my eyes.
This
It's
is a
the one
WrestleMania
I've
we
been
actually
looking
was
forward
talking
to.
about trying to go to.
Bruh, I know. I was so mad when we ain't get there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
was
gonna be cold.
considering. It's jam packed.
I
Yeah.
don't know. The next time I'm gonna probably look forward to one like this. I literally been looking forward to this one. I think the last time I was actually it was probably like 17 when it was Rock and Austin in the Astrodome, and I actually that's the one I actually had a chance to go to. I was in the fifth grade, and I could either watch it on pay per view or I could go to the Astrodome. My dumb ass picked the pay per view, and I ain't made it to a WrestleMania since. You actually went to that, didn't you,
I went to 17.
Keith?
Yep.
I
Yep.
hate you.
Went to 17. I haven't been to one since, and I'm mad, pissed off.
Bro, we gonna have to we gotta take this show on the road one year and go.
We got to like I just really and truly I just want to be there for WrestleMania week. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Because
what I'm saying. Yeah, make
yeah,
it
the
a whole
city be
thing.
popping, man.
Yeah, the
Bruh,
whole
and
week.
it's in Philly this year.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
probably I think they're gonna do it overseas next year. That's why I ain't even worried about it. They'll
Yeah.
probably announce it on Sunday. They've been pushing hard on like a London or a European WrestleMania, which probably would be cool if they do that bitch in Paris. I'm gonna have to go.
It'll definitely be a good trip
Corey,
either way.
you ever been to WrestleMania?
Yeah, I've been to two of them, I believe. I've
You
been
been
to
to
one.
two?
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
yeah, yeah. That was back when the wife used to get me tickets for like birthdays and shit. Uh, I went to one in
Somebody.
Houston and one in San Antonio.
He said that like he was on punishment. She used to give me good gifts like that.
Hey man, I can't even forget. And mine claims she wants to go, but when it came time to go this year, it was like, oh well, let's just try again next year. And
I'm gonna
I'm
help
like,
you
bro,
out with
nah.
that. I'm gonna
I
help you
what?
out with that. Let her watch the divas. I'm not the divas, but the female superstars reality shows. They get them every time. That's how my wife
Believe it
started
or not,
buying tickets.
Yeah,
shout
she,
out
yeah,
the
mine loves that
she.
stuff too.
Told the divas.
Believe it or not, shout out to my wife. She's actually gotten into the actual show. Like she will sit there
Really?
and watch the whole pay per view. Yeah, she don't fuck around. Like she actually is interested or whatever. But the problem I have is usually she's interested, but she don't know what the fuck going on. So you got to stop and explain stuff all the
That
time,
that
and that's
does get
annoying as
annoying.
hell.
It
Yeah,
get
and I'll be
annoying.
like, when it's something like this, you on your own, bruh. Like I can't be explaining shit to you. But nah,
Exactly.
she
Like
watched
I'm
the
trying to
whole
get the story.
so far, over the last year, she's done two Royal Rumbles, I think Survivor Series and SummerSlam. And then she did
Wow,
watch
that's
some of
impressive.
last year's WrestleMania, but I got sick halfway through, so we didn't finish it. But yeah, she's starting to really get into it.
Wow.
But
Okay.
anyway, we got a packed show tonight. We are doing we're doing a WrestleMania card and just kind of doing predictions and previews. And then we're gonna kind of venture off into this Bleacher Report bullshit, but we'll get that in a little bit. But I mean, without further ado, let's jump in. All right, what's the card look like?
Okay.
What to me, Saturday's pretty stacked. I don't know about Sunday. Sunday got some good ones, but Saturday is where it's at.
I think they should go
Saturday
back to
is
doing one
definitely
night.
gonna be top heavy for Saturday. I mean, it's gonna be some that I want to see, some that I just don't care about. But it's definitely gonna be team heavy, like multiple
I
tag
already
team
know what my
matches.
bathroom match is. One of them at least.
Mm.
I wonder if it's the same one as me.
Well, call the card out.
Okay. Well, what order does you have? I'll just start at the bottom.
Yeah, start at the bottom.
Yeah. 6-woman tag team match. Bianca
That's my
Belair, Jade
bathroom match.
Cargill, and Naomi versus Damage
That's one
Control.
of my bathroom matches.
Really?
You
I'm not that interested
you
in
gonna go
that
to the
shit.
bathroom on Jade?
Exactly. All right, Vince.
On Bianca?
Listen, if they were fighting each other, hell no. But this 6 man deal, I'm really not sold on that. I thought there would be like a face to face matchup, or maybe like a regular traditional tag team. I might have been a little more interested.
Mm.
I don't know about that one. I'm a zone out, and that might be the first match of tomorrow night. I'm probably gonna kind of glance at it and be like, oh, that's the hot spot, and just move on. I can't. Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, it's definitely gonna be a squash match. You know.
It has to be.
Yeah.
It's physically impossible for it not to be. Like this is a match to get Jade Cargill over. It's kind of her first real action outside of Royal Rumble. So there's no way they lose that fucking match. I just
But hold on now. I mean, you got to remember who's on the other side of this match, though, man. I don't think it's gonna be no squash match. We talking about two women that were champions, and
eh,
we got I
The
forget old
tag team
girl's name.
champions right now.
Yeah, I'm talking about but they were the women's champion. You got
Oh
Oscar
yeah.
the
over there.
women tag team championships are useless. They need to get rid of that shit. It never worked the way they intended for it to fucking work.
They
But
didn't
like
have
I
the tag
said, like I'm
team.
saying, you got Oscar over there. You ain't just about to squash no
Yeah.
Oscar. You got Kyrie
Oh,
Sane over there. You ain't about to just squash no Kyrie Sane.
I don't see
What
either one of them taking the fall because they are tag team champions right
Nah,
now.
nah, it's gonna end up being
Be Dakota taking it.
Yeah, that's her
yeah, it's
name,
gonna have
Dakota Kai.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
she gonna
but
have to take that one. She got to take one for that team.
yeah, Jay gonna probably get the pinfall. I mean, now maybe if they tease something going awry in the match between her and Bianca Belair, then I'm like, okay, I didn't see that coming. But it's kind of like that's a bathroom match for me.
Well, but
Well,
we know where you're gonna be tomorrow. Then
yeah. Don't clog up Corey's afterwards.
please don't.
Trying to escape the
What
match.
what do we got next?
After that, we have the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship 6-pack tag team ladder match. That's a whole lot to say.
Yeah,
With Judgment Day versus Awesome Truth, The New Day DIY, New Catch Republic, A Town Down Under, and
Is he even gonna be in the match?
oh,
I thought he was in some trouble or some shit was happening with Austin Theory.
oh,
oh no, I didn't hear that.
are you talking about like that gym video with that gym personality guy,
I
Joey
don't know. I
Swole?
guess. Yeah.
I think that's like a skit or something. It
Uh,
seems like a skit. It doesn't seem like
okay.
legit or nothing.
The match sounds interesting. I'm usually into stuff like that during WrestleMania week. I think the NXT did it better with the Dusty Rose finals. I used to
Yeah.
like them matches, but this seemed like a playoff of that. I think it should be pretty interesting.
Yeah,
I
what
don't.
makes this match for me, man, is that it's a ladder match. Oh,
Yes.
that's gonna be nasty. Like it almost brings back like the old Edge and Christian, Hardy
No,
Boys,
ain't
Dudley
nothing
Boys.
ever
Whenever you
gonna
get a
touch
bunch of
that.
tag teams in there, you never know what it could be.
Ain't nothing ever gonna
That's
touch that.
true.
No, fuck off. Ain't nothing ever gonna. They stole the show the 2 times they had that match.
Yeah, and these guys can do the same. You don't
Yeah.
know.
Because
We're
look
gonna
at who
find
you got
out.
in the match. You got DIY in the match. Johnny
You got some
Gargano and
heavy
Tommaso
hitters in there.
Ciampa. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not gonna be good, but to put it in the same breath, that by far the Dudleys, Edge and Christian Hardy's three team tag match, TLC match, by far is one of the greatest matches I've ever fucking seen.
I agree with you.
Yeah. No
It's
argument.
one I've seen that match at least 3 4 times, and I know watching it. I think it was WrestleMania 17 was the first time they rolled that out, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. The TLC match, the first TLC match. Yep.
I remember looking at this and I'm like, somebody's dead. That's how into it I was when Edge hit
chances
that
are it
spear
was
off
gonna be
the
Jeff
yeah.
Hardy.
Yeah, exactly. Like that. That's one of the greatest matches I've ever seen. I can't even put that in the same breath. That's
Yeah. Seeing
blasphemy.
that live was definitely an experience.
Yeah,
That was
that's
crazy.
blasphemy.
see that live.
Hmm.
Um, we also have Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio.
I
That's
seen the build up to. I'm tired of seeing Rey
Well,
Mysterio
well,
and
well,
Dominic at
actually,
WrestleMania.
there has been a change tonight on SmackDown. Dragon Lee is hurt, and Andrade is
Of
going to
course
take his
he is.
place.
Of course he is.
oh
So it's
wow,
going to be Rey Mysterio and Andrade. Dragon Lee got jumped tonight.
huh?
Okay, that's a twist.
That is a twist. That's quite the twist.
But I am tired of seeing Ray and Dominic in fucking WrestleMania. We seen that shit last year.
That is correct.
Yeah, I didn't know why they put him in there. It just seems
It came out of nowhere.
yeah, it's they could have gave him something else instead of
I thought
putting
that
him against his
story was
dad
done
again.
and over with after he lost at Mania. They moved on, and I'm like,
Exactly.
okay, cool. Now I'm sitting here staring at it again, and I'm kind of like, why am I looking at this again? Now maybe it'll be better this year. I don't know. Dominic looks a lot better than he did a year ago, and he was still up and coming then, but I don't know.
Hey, but poor Dragon Lee, man. Every time they throw him a bone, somebody comes in and takes it away.
I was just about to
Andra-
say that he can't catch a break.
He can't catch a break because he was supposed to have a big match like this in NXT. I think he was supposed to go against like Ray or something, and something happened. You know what I'm saying? And now he's supposed to be wrestling at WrestleMania, and Andrade come in, and
Take that from him.
yeah,
I did not see that coming. But anyway, we also have Jay Uso versus Jimmy Uso, brother
I'm
that's
looking
gonna be
versus
a
forward
good
to
one.
brother.
that. That's been 2 years in the making, damn near. I knew the shit was coming eventually. That's gonna be an interesting fucking match. Now, personal opinion, I think Jay Uso at this point in time is a better wrestler and gonna carry that match a little bit better than his brother. But I'm looking forward to that. I think that's gonna be one of the better matches of the weekend. And that might be a sleeper.
I mean, Jay Uso obviously got to win. They on different shows, but also Jay Uso is still hot. He's still like one of the most over wrestlers
Hmm.
they have.
I agree. No, that should be
You,
pretty good. I'm looking
you,
forward to that one.
you, you you know, on the sly, I'm thinking one of them gonna turn.
You think so?
I think one of them gonna turn, man.
Oh, go ahead and elaborate on that. I'm
Because
interested. I'm intrigued.
Jimmy Uso can turn on the bloodline and get back with his brother, or Jake can just turn on Raw period and get back with the bloodline. Either one of them can turn.
So if Jimmy turned, would you do you think he would have to like turn on Solo somehow? Like Solo tried to
Yeah,
get
he would
involved in the
he would
match and
have to
then
turn on the rest of the bloodline and reform that tag team they had with his brother.
hmm,
But on Jay thing, you know how if Cody and them win at WrestleMania, the bloodline can't jump into the match, correct?
right?
But
That's
Jay ain't
right.
part of the bloodline no more. He could easily go out there and
Oh
mess that match up.
wow, you got the wheels turning.
Ain't no messing the matchup. The Cody's gonna be champion.
But just think about it. If
Hopefully.
Jimmy turns on or if like yeah, if Jimmy turns on Solo, that can also bring room in for like a new member of the bloodline.
Yeah.
Jacob Fatu is a free agent out there. And
Yeah,
they
him
also
and
have some more.
Zilla supposed to be coming up. Zilla fought too. No,
Yeah.
Zilla Anoa? I think
Oh,
he said
that's
Anoa.
they
Anoa'i.
got it's Zillify too, and then they also have Lance Anoa'i. He's a free
Yeah,
agent too.
yeah,
It's been
yeah.
some talk with him a little bit too that he may be showing up.
Yup. What we got next?
Yeah,
Next we
hey, bro,
got.
I'm about to fire you. Like, we got to keep asking for the card.
I'm trying to make sure y'all done talking. I want to make sure y'all get all y'all stuff out.
Yeah, yeah, I understand.
We got three more matches left in this card
And that's just
for
night
night
one.
one. Yeah, just for night one. Next one is the Intercontinental Championship match: Gunther versus Sami Zayn. I'm
That's gonna
excited
be
about this one.
fire. That
That
is
could be
gonna be
match of the
fire.
night.
It
Yeah.
could be match of the night, but Gunther should retain. I don't see why we would give this to Sami Zayn at this
Why
point.
not?
Yeah, why not?
Nah, bro. But I feel like there should be a more formidable opponent to unseat a guy who's been Intercontinental Champion for what, 2 years
He's
now?
but
You
he's
don't
ran
think
through
Sami Zayn
everybody.
earned that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's time for Gunther to take the next step up. I don't know why they taking so long to elevate him. That dude is worth the money.
But he
Now,
ain't gonna do it with the Intercontinental title on. Go and drop that to Sammy, and he can move up.
I
eh,
completely agree. Sammy is the best choice besides Jay, and they
I
Nah,
already
hope
got
it's
either
him
gonna
one of
be
signed.
them.
Drew for a while.
Huh?
Drew on the bigger pastures.
Drew got to take Seth Rollins out. I'm sorry, that championship got to come off Seth Rollins.
It was supposed to go to CM Punk, but
It will.
Yeah, eventually. But Drew has
Well, yes,
been
it will.
kicking ass. And
Hmm.
so that's that match. Next, we got the Women's World Championship match: Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch. I think this should have
I,
been on that
I'm
night too,
so
but I'm
I'm
not gonna
so
complain.
I'm so fucking tired of Becky Lynch. I'm
Well,
so fucking
she's
tired. I am tired, bro. I was when she got her main event moment, I was all for that. And then I rode the wave between Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, and the little time after she won after they main evented. I wrote that. And then it crested for me after her and Seth Rollins started teaming up. And I just kind of, it's like, okay, she's had her moment. Nobody's going to ever be able to take nothing away from her. She's one of the best women wrestlers of all time. No problem. It's time to let this go. I'm sick of it. You couldn't find nobody else. You
well,
couldn't find anybody else.
it seemed like they were trying to get Liv Morgan in that spot, but they knocked her off for
I
Becky.
think the problem now but I think you done boxed yourself in with Rhea Ripley. She's so good from the standpoint of holding the belt. A, B, she's so formidable as a like. You ever notice how there are certain champions you have in wrestling? You like it's gonna take it. There needs to be a believable person here to beat her. To me, there's only maybe three people I would accept ever beating Rhea: Jade, Bianca, Charlotte, because I've seen her do it before. That's about it. She needs to retain here, and y'all need to just find somebody else. This ain't gonna work for me. And it real needs to retain.
Well,
There's nobody
I
else.
feel like she's gonna retain because I mean she's just she's performing at a high level, and like you said, it's only believable that she remains champion. There's
Yeah,
nobody else on the roster
it's
that can
only
really
three
take her out.
people. Other than them three people I named, there's nobody else. I've seen Bianca beat her. I've seen Charlotte beat her. I think Jade can match up pound for pound. I don't believe nobody else winning this. I don't care how you try to polish up this Becky Lynch bullshit. She could give her a great match, but she should lose. Rhea needs to retain by far, and then
I agree.
maybe the next person that she drops it to probably would be Jade, in my personal opinion.
Jay's on SmackDown though, so that's the
Oh
issue with
fuck.
that.
Well,
It's not
see,
really that many people on Raw that can really,
right, and that's what
yeah,
I'm saying. You don't have anybody to really place her with.
yeah. So yeah, that's that. So we'll see what happened with them. The main event of the night, which we don't know because card subject to change, but the big match of the night is the match between Cody Rhodes and Seth freaking Rollins versus the Bloodline of The Rock
Stop
and
calling it
Roman
that.
Reigns. I'm just saying that's what they do. That's what they're
I don't
saying.
give a fuck what they say. The Seth
That's
Rollins.
what they're billing
I call him
themselves
Seth
as.
Rollins. That's his name to me. Fucking Seth freaking Rollins.
I thought you were talking about the Bloodline part.
Oh no no no! I'm talking about his stupid ass name.
Hey man, look, just let that man be great. Leave that
Man,
man
fuck
alone. You
him.
so hard on him, you don't give him a chance to breathe.
No man, he was good doing. He was good for me for a while, and then all of these name and personality changes and shit. I done got confused. One night you the Monday Night Messiah, the next night you the fucking you Seth freaking
I don't
Rollins,
think
and
that's
then
his
you the
fault though.
King Slayer, and then you the Architect. I don't know what the fuck to call you. Seth Rollins. That's your
You
name
know,
to me.
I like the new character. I ain't gonna
I
hold you.
do. Yeah,
He coming out
exactly.
on all this flamboyant shit. He reminds me
Yeah.
of like a white velveteen dream.
There you go. You
Oh man,
bullshitting.
that dude.
That ain't even close to
Velveteen
the same
dream.
thing.
And my boy back.
Who?
Mhm.
Velveteen Dream, he doing some stuff like on Independence and stuff.
Oh, okay. I thought you
Yeah.
meant like in WWE. I was
Yeah.
about to say.
But who y'all got winning? What? How y'all think this is gonna go?
Uh,
The bloodline will win, and there'll
I,
be some. They gon' the whole thing gonna culminate in night two. So I already kind of expect them to take the win, even if it's underhandedly. I think they're gonna win. They'll win. It'll be underhanded. Cody will have to overcome bloodline rules to win the title. That's my thought process. I
Now,
can't
see
see it
me,
happening no other way.
I'm opposite. I'm going with Cody and Seth.
Mm.
I think they have a good chance of winning because I think the WWE knows that a lot of people want to see Cody versus Roman without any interference because there's
Just
been
clean.
interference in all of Roman shit. So
But
so
the
they know
interference,
the audience wants this.
but the interference is gonna be where the story just finally comes to a close. Because I'm telling you, they gonna win tomorrow night. Bloodline will win. Then you're gonna come out on night two for Bloodline rules, and in my personal opinion, I think they keying you up for a double cross. You're gonna find out the Rock been playing Roman the whole time. Cause I told Keith last week, and I think earlier this week, there's some unspoken something going on between the Rock and Roman. I
Yeah.
think
I
that's the
believe that.
real
Yeah,
story.
they
And
planting little
don't be
seeds of it.
surprised is at the very end, it'll be like like when Vince double cross or when Stone Cold made the turn at that WrestleMania 17. Everybody thought you was gonna have a clean match, and uh Stone Cold joined forces with Vince, and the world was shocked, and he beat The Rock. I think The Rock setting Roman up to drop him or whatnot, and that's gonna lead into a whole nother feud. There's got this hand gesture thing and how they cut each other off and they acknowledge it. It's something bigger going on. So I thoroughly expect that to take place on night two, which means that they got to win tomorrow night. I got the bloodline winning this. I'm not even going to be mad about it. I'm expecting it. There's a bigger story going on within the story itself. Cody will be champion, but it's going to be because The Rock pulled a double cross.
Ooh,
What do you think, Kay?
those are some great takes. I feel like it would be more impactful if he had to contend with bloodline rules. Knowing
That's what I'm saying.
WWE, they always try to make you fight from under, and Cody is the ultimate underdog for them right now. I feel like they're gonna try to make Cody really fight for it. I feel like Jimmy and Solo probably gonna get involved as usual, and but I do think that The Rock is gonna somehow turn on Roman, or some kind of disdain is gonna come on night two though, not on night one. I think night
No,
one
you
they're gonna
ain't
be a
finna get shit
unit.
on night one. Just get that
Yeah,
done.
yeah,
It's gonna be a
yeah.
very close finish, and they'll pull it out off some fuckery. But night two is when everything gonna finally come to terms. Like everything. I wouldn't even be surprised if on night two Triple H or somebody like that don't come into play because The Rock has name dropped him a few times. Now, not
Yeah.
saying he gonna wrestle, but he will have something to do with the decision making. He gonna come up in my mind somewhere. I think there's another story being told in this whole thing that nobody's focused on at the moment. But I didn't see too many subtleties between The Rock and Roman. Oh, especially as we gotten closer to Mania, there's something else going on there. I'm telling you.
I'm looking forward to it. I don't really care who wins. I'm just
Oh, I
ready
care.
to see
You
that.
talking about you don't care who win night one or just in general?
Night one, night one, night one.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say,
Look
no,
at
I
you,
care because
Cody
if Cody
Crybaby.
don't,
Yeah, Cody
no, fuck off.
Crybaby.
If Cody don't walk out champion on night two, it's gonna be some furniture moving. Cause
You gonna book a flight to Philly?
I let that shit go last year. They pissed me off. I let that shit go last year. I will not let it go this year. I'm telling you, my wrestling fandom is on the line right here.
All
Fuck
right.
out of here.
Night two, we got 6 matches. The first match is gonna be a 6-man tag team Philadelphia street fight. Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits versus the Final Testament. I personally don't care about this match.
I'm going to the bathroom on that one.
I
Yeah,
just like to. I'm happy to see Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits on WrestleMania. That's the only thing I'm happy about with that. I don't really care about it too much.
I'm not even happy about that.
I'm
Really?
gonna go to the bathroom on that
Yeah,
one.
I'm not a fan of Bobby Lashley,
The
and
Street Profits
recently
should have been in
I'm
that ladder match.
yeah, they should have. I'm not a fan of
Yeah,
the Street Profits at the moment because of what they're doing with Bobby Lashley. By themselves, they're great, but with
yeah,
him, nah. It's like
yeah.
they
This,
take a back seat to somebody that's already taking a back seat.
yeah. It's they definitely falling on their face with this thing. I'm rooting for them, but hopefully they get booked better. This next match, I know Siraj's gonna be. He ain't going to the bathroom on this one. Okay, if anything, he's gonna wear a diaper no matter how long this match go. L.A. Knight versus AJ Styles.
That's
Yes,
gonna be, that's gonna be a good
yes,
one.
It is
boy.
gonna be a good
Oh
one.
yeah, that's my match right there. I'm gonna tell you this: the last Mania, I'm gonna accept him not compete for a championship, but that's my match. That's my match. Yeah, that's the match I've been waiting for the whole year. That's
He
the
better not
match.
lose, man. They better not have
Bro,
AJ going on.
they better. You need to have a legitimate plan in place for him after WrestleMania. He should be in the championship picture somewhere. The dude is over, and I feel like they gonna kill his overness if they don't do something with him. He gonna get stale. No,
Yeah.
he need that. That's my match.
I do like what they've been doing with him lately between him and AJ Styles. They've been giving
He
him
doing
kind of
good
like,
work. Yeah, he doing
yeah, he
good
been
work.
doing kind of Stone Cold esque things like showing up at AJ's house and then dressing up as a staff member and attacking him, doing stuff like Stone Cold a little bit.
Yeah, they ain't gonna ever do nothing like Pillman's got a gun ever again.
No,
But yeah,
no,
it's boy,
That was a good
Pillman
one
got a
though.
Pillman got a gun was off the chain, boy.
classic,
Yeah,
classic.
they were
They
talking about that
actually
one for a while. Everybody
they
thought it was
Yeah,
real.
for
they
real,
actually
man.
took them off the air like live. They was like, oh hell no. He had to call and apologize and get them put back on TV.
Yeah, man. They almost lost the. They almost got in trouble by USA
Man, that
big
when he
time.
pulled he was like when Austin 316 meet Pillman Glock 9 millimeter and pulled that gun out on bro. You couldn't do that today. They would. There's no way they would allow that shit to happen. That was a great fucking seg. See, it's moments like that, man, that make you a legend. Brian Pillman never won a world title, but he one of the greatest to ever do it. I mean,
Yeah,
he
what
was
could have been?
unhinged in that. Yeah, and then fucking you hear Austin coming through the door and he pulling that gun out and like they just blank the camera. Man, that's one of the greatest segments I've ever seen.
Hmm.
Definitely. All right, this next match is one I think I would have liked to see LA Knight in instead of the one that he's in right now. The United States Championship triple threat match between Logan Paul, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens.
I'm not interested in that match.
I think it would be pretty entertaining.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good match.
Yeah.
I don't like any of them people.
What? Yeah,
You tripping?
wait, did you really say did you heard me say Randy Orton, right? That used to be your favorite wrestler in the freaking world.
Yeah, yeah. When we were like in the 10th grade, motherfucker, like, but he old to me. I don't know, man. I just
Bro,
don't find him very interesting no more.
if I could look like that at Randy Orton's age, man, I'd be in the gym every day.
No. When I say old, I mean like he got that Brock Lesnar feel to me. I see Brock now, I'm like, oh God, all right. It just yeah, well, I probably will never see Brock Lesnar ever again, but uh at the time it's like, oh, okay, yeah, that happened. I just feel like it's more people you could be using it instead of the same. Like I don't understand that. It just I don't know, man. Kevin Owens, I have a hot and cold relationship with. Sometimes like, okay, yeah, he should be doing more. Sometimes I'm like, bleh. And Logan Paul is a part timer. I don't really give a fuck. He shouldn't have a damn thing to begin with. He
He's
a
not a
great
part timer. He signed a
he.
full contract.
I don't get. Is he on there every week?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
He's been more
Oh, okay.
consistent lately.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, he been more consistent because it's coming up to WrestleMania. But I'm talking about when it ain't a pay per view or something on the way. Do you see him every night? Y'all don't
Yeah,
feel like
because
there's
there's a pay
anybody
per
else
view
more
every
deserved to be
month.
U.S. champ?
Oh, Jacory had a
First of
good
all,
point there.
no, he no, he don't. First of all, them cheap ass pay per views like Crown Jewel and the bullshit. Listen, to me, WWE is only four real pay per views every year: Rumble, Mania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series. That's pay per views to me. All this fast lane, Backlash is kind of like that. Backlash is a pretty prestigious, famous pay per view. I count that as one. And then, cause didn't they do Backlash last year in Puerto Rico?
Yeah,
Um,
that was huge.
Yeah,
but you also got to
that
remember, like these second hand pay per views are the exact pay per views that they tend to transfer that mid card title over.
Yeah,
These second hand pay per views are mid card title pay per views.
yeah.
I'm not. I don't. Logan Paul
And
for
Logan is your U.S. champion, my boy.
no, he yo U.S. motherfucking
Put some
champion.
respect on his name, my boy.
I hope they
I
get the
give him
title
and
off
Pat.
of him though.
I give him and Pat McAfee credit though. I mean for them not just being full fledged. I started wrestling at so and so. Like that, he's a great athlete. He's very surprising for the things he can do. But as far as somebody I just want to see all the time, I'm good. And that it was nice. It's a nice little novelty idea from time to time, but not in this capacity. I'm okay.
Why would you give Pat McAfee credit?
Have you
Oh,
seen Pat
y'all picking up
McAfee?
where y'all left off with this one.
That boy
Uh-oh.
trash.
Man, you sick.
What's the next match?
All right. Next match is gonna be for the WWE Women's Championship. Io Sky versus Bailey.
Don't care.
That's gonna be a good
Bathroom.
one. I like Bailey.
Yeah,
Bathroom.
it's time for Bailey to get the championship again. She's been without it for like what 3 or 4 years. She overdue. She carried them through the what's that the pandemic. Yeah, so she was good.
And I
Bathroom.
think I think Io Sky hold up a good match with her. Well, any match with Io Sky and is usually pretty good. So her and Bailey is a good matchup.
Definitely. Next match we got the World Heavyweight Championship match. Seth freaking Rollins versus Drew McIntyre.
We
I think
already
Drew
know
wins
where
that.
that belt's go. No, ain't no think. That's where it's going.
Drew
Like,
gotta win it.
yeah,
I
Well,
I don't know,
either
man.
if Seth Rollins goes over, Damian Priest is cashing in. I don't
Yeah, I
see
forgot
Seth
about him.
Rollins leaving as champion. He's
I
had it for
forgot
too
about
long.
him.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So either way, Seth Rollins, long as it comes off Seth Rollins, I'm cool. I think either way, Seth Rollins loses. But Drew McIntyre, he would be a great champion. All right.
I guess we'll never know because, like you said, either way, Damian Priest taking that.
Yeah, yeah. So I feel like he's gonna take it regardless. But if Drew
Hmm.
wins, he probably won't cash in. But he needs to cash in soon because Money in the Bank probably gonna come up in a couple months or something.
Yeah,
Usually. All right, the main event: Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes.
well,
Cody,
we know who
Cody
gonna
got
win
it.
that
And
match.
we got
Yeah,
to finish the story. You have to
it's
finish the
just
story.
what's gonna happen. We it's not so much what who's gonna win or lose the match. It's what's gonna happen throughout the court. I'm telling you, there's something else here that I think people ain't really picking up on. I don't think this is gonna be your typical match. They gonna lose on night one, and he gonna come from underneath to win his title. But in
Hmm.
between that, it's about to be somebody either getting double crossed or you gonna get some outside help from somewhere that you didn't expect. It's got to be one of the two things. There ain't no other way around this. I think they building towards a bigger story for the next year, and something gonna happen in there. I think Rock people were talking about Rock versus Roman. You could be looking at that happening at SummerSlam based on what happens here.
Right.
That's my
Yeah,
opinion.
that could happen. But fellas, let me ask you this: What if? What if Roman Reigns wins? What happens then?
I'm gonna fucking break something.
It's
So
the story falls apart at that point
I
yeah,
think
because
that
no,
shit's gonna
you,
cause a riot.
oh,
yeah, no,
absolutely.
you can't,
You
you
fucked up
ain't.
last year.
Yeah, well, it wasn't his call. I think we never would have been here had he been able to make his own call. His
Yeah.
call last year was to put Cody over. He was overruled. He said then, good things come to those who wait. So far, he's kept his word every step of the way. But if Roman wins this, you liable to have a fucking riot.
Right, because
You better
somehow he's
have
made it bigger than last year.
you better
Surprisingly.
have you better have something in play that the only thing that's gonna really piss me off is I feel bad for Cody because you can't do this again. Like this is it. The luster will be done wore off. There's no way they could go back to this again. So you
I
you
hope they
have
don't do
no
no
choice.
retirement
We're
match.
not at least that far out. They won't be able to hold it again until next WrestleMania. But if he does lose, they might be able to carry it to SummerSlam or Survivor Series.
At
I don't
least
think it's gonna have
SummerSlam. At
I
least.
don't think it's gonna have the same juice though.
Well, I mean, people if people are really pissed off, they're gonna want to see him get another shot at SummerSlam for sure.
How many more times you gonna run this back though?
Shit, WWE is known for rerunning shit.
Yeah,
I,
but not when you got this kind of momentum. They not. You usually if you got momentum like this, they just go ahead and do. Hell,
put it on
Kofi
you.
Kingston ain't had to go through this shit, and his ass was undeserving.
Oh, yeah, Kofi Mania was a real thing. You need to put some respect on that, man. Come
Man,
on now.
I'm
11
good,
years
bro.
in the making. But I
Yeah,
do
okay.
agree. I agree with both of y'all. with this situation, I mean, you could put it out until SummerSlam, but at the same time,
No.
Cody Rhodes would have to. I don't know what Cody Rhodes would have to do because he's not on the same show as Roman Reigns. That's why I think Cody would have to go over because for him to even try to get another shot, he would have to either change shows, which I doubt they would do, or like win the Money in the Bank and try to cash in on Roman.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that's Cody's
Thi-
style, like cash
This
in.
this is it. This is
This
it.
has to be it.
This is it. You ain't the crowd interest will never be as high as it is right now. The time will never be as good as it is right now. As crazy as it is to say that, because I thought they wouldn't get it back after last year. And you got to remember, you got too many other people in line to keep doing this.
Yeah.
The line for world champion now is packed. It ain't like it used to be where you had two or three people. You got CM Punk waiting in the wings. You got
Yep.
LA Knight up and coming. You got goddamn Cody Rhodes. I think there's a couple names. I think Gunther needs to take a step up.
Gunther got
You
to
know,
get in that
yeah,
picture.
some of these undercard guys are starting to come into the picture too. Obviously, you want to do something with Damian Priest. You got too many people in line and stuff to be. You can't keep doing this. If you don't do it now, you probably ain't gonna do it.
You're
And
gonna regret it.
I really think part of the contingent of him coming back, coming over there to begin with, was that he would be world champion. I think that's an obligation they have to fulfill in some capacity.
Mm-hmm.
Same way I believe, whether he wants to admit it or say it or not, or whether anybody else says it or not, part of the contingency for CM Punk coming back to WWE, he got a main event at WrestleMania. That's another reason why I'm saying you don't have another opportunity to do this. If he healthy next year, he probably main event in WrestleMania.
Absolutely. One of the nights, he definitely headlining.